Yo guys, it's been a while. Black Clover Chapter 57. That's 5-7 review. So this chapter of Black Clover, from a structural standpoint, honestly, the first half of the chapter, and we had a color page. The thirst is real, so niggas keep your dicks in check. Tabata Yuki, keep your dick in check. So yeah, I'm just freaking pulling that out. So yeah, but anywho, it was mainly gag comedies here and there and stuff like that. After doing a narration of him wishing to bring his sister there one day and see what she'd look like. Him getting a freaking nosebleed. Him horny for that nun pussy, that nun virgin hairy pussy. So, but whatever. That's after. Let him do what he wants to do. Noelle trying to get him to notice her, that shit. But then things finally get serious when Yami comes in. He says he got intel on the temple and stuff like that, how it's underwater and everything like that, and because of the massive sea currents, not even upper class mages can get through there, and the sea currents are apparently at its weakest, as lowest when the moon is full. So that's kind of like was like, really, like, because usually whenever I hear, like, when it comes to like magic or any form of water ability, when the moon is full, I'm just saying, I've seen this in different series all the time. When the moon is full, their freaking powers are like at max. They're like, yeah, water, bitches, yeah, get splashed on, motherfucker. Mama semen. But anywho, yeah, so that was pretty interesting. So apparently, like, the mana currents that are like creating the sea currents, the mana that's creating the sea currents and stuff like that, it's at its weakest when the full moon is out. So right now there's a half moon out. Like, I just thought the moon was drawn weird at the end of the chapter, because the reason why I say this is because the moon, it literally had no silhouette. I didn't even see it had no silhouette of the other half. It literally did it. I'm like, wait a minute. So it was just like a full-on half moon. I'm like, huh? There was no silhouette or anything. So I was like, that kind of threw me off, because at the end of the chapter we had an up-close look at the moon, and it was a half moon, but there was no silhouette of the other half. So I thought that was like its own separate piece. So I was like, oh shit. But anywho, this is basically gonna be, this arc is basically gonna be focused predominantly a bit on Noelle at the beginning of this arc, because we have the entire Black Bulls crew, and other than Gordon, who's absent since he doesn't like the daytime, I guess, and stuff like that. So anywho, when it comes to from a structure, like Noelle, she basically has to learn a new spell or get her Naga's Nest to be mobile, because they need her. She's the key to them getting into the underwater temple. She is literally the freaking key. So this is something. So Noelle's relevance to getting them to their destination is very high, and Noelle, she's still having problems controlling her magic and stuff like that, and she's been training with Vanessa, and even though she's been practicing to control her magic with Vanessa and stuff like that, it still hasn't been working and everything like that. So she's been trying everything to try and get her Naga's Nest or her Hydra's Nest to become mobile. So basically, Aster then shows up at the end of the chapter, offering to help because he was training too, and just in case she goes, her powers go out of control again. And then you see a girl singing with water bubbles around her, and I'm calling it right now, it's the fucking Undyne, one of the four elemental spirits. The reason why is because Noelle, she has a hard time controlling her magic and everything, and I feel like she's gonna get the Undyne to help her train and control her magic even better, and that'll also be kind of a power boost right there. But hopefully she trades for it, because she's gonna have a week. And Undyne, and the reason why I'm assuming it's possibly the Undyne is because Undyne, I remember earlier in the chapter, I think it was Finral or Magnus, they mentioned that there's there were mermaids that swam around there. And Undines, they are female humanoid sea women. Yeah, so like mermaids fall under this class and stuff like that. So it could possibly be that. Who knows? But and you saw water bubbles like all around her while she was singing. So honestly, I think and Undines, they do sing when they're on the surface next to a body of water. So that's why I'm assuming it's possibly the Undine. Like that chick is possibly the Undine. And Noelle has a week, so she's gonna possibly train with her for the next week to help control her magic. But I don't know, maybe, or I could be totally wrong. This could be another chick completely, or an actual mermaid that's not the Undine itself. That's not one of the elemental spirits, and the Undine could be in the could possibly be inside the water temple itself. But who knows? Overall, I thought the chapter, for the most part, it was setup. It was good setup for the next chapter when it came to the ending. But for the most part, I thought it was like okay, because it was mainly just shits and giggles for the most part until we reached the serious stuff on the second half of the chapter, which wasn't really that much of a second half at all. Second half, to be honest. But anywho. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me you guys' thought and everything like that. The whole moon thing, that threw me off because, I mean, seriously, like, there was no silhouette, so I was like, what the hell is going on here? That kind of threw me off because I honestly thought that was another freaking moon itself at the end of the chapter. And I'm like, well, oh, wait, that's a fucking half moon. So that threw me off a bit, but it is what it is. As always, people, I'm Duke, and have a good day.